What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. During the last part, we saw more of the group's encounter with Vegeta, as well as everyone heading towards something very important. Now, they're actually going to be facing Frieza, but how will they fare against the Emperor? They have a decently sized group that seems decently powerful, but will they actually be able to defeat him? That remains to be seen. For this part, let's set a like goal of 3,000 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part of this series. Anyways, let's pick it from here. As the group drifts through space, Granolah thinks to himself, he's glad. He's finally gonna get that revenge against Frieza that he wanted. This desire of his has been suppressed. The thing is, he grew up much differently here. He didn't have that knowledge of Frieza beforehand like he did in the main story. He just knew that the Saiyans were responsible, and of course he then finds out that Frieza was the one who commanded it. His grudge is particularly more towards the Saiyans, but they're all gone besides Vegeta and Goku. And a few others spread about that he doesn't really know about, but that's besides the point. Now Frieza is his main focus. He could finally do it. Get revenge for all of his people. And Vegeta's pretty much thinking the same thing. Despite the two of them being so different, the two have some similarities. And Vegeta expresses the same thing, although Granolah still doesn't really trust him yet. Not fully at least. But after this, they can go their separate ways and they'll never have to see each other again. The only thing that makes Granolah actually go along with this is the fact that Vegeta wasn't actually present on his planet when everyone died. He can't really hold it against Vegeta if he wasn't there. In that case, he'd have to do the same with Goku. But either way, he just wants to get this over with. They'll be doing a good thing for the universe, and they'll be doing a good thing for him. He'll finally get this off his mind. He'll live a life of peace. He won't have to think about this ever again, hopefully. The group continues their training throughout space, and soon enough, their ship heads towards Frieza's planet. The army on the planet looks on, confused. That's a ship that they don't recognize. They immediately mark it as a threat, and as soon as their ship lands, they're surrounded by Frieza soldiers. Vegeta steps off and simply sticks out a hand, and with one blast, they're all eradicated. The entire planet is on high alert, and with it being a Frieza Force base and all, they have no shortage of soldiers. Goku turns the spaceship into a capsule and keeps it on him. He doesn't want it getting destroyed in the process, and an all-out battle with the Frieza Force begins immediately. This is the first time that they actually get to test their strength in combat after all this training, and against the Frieza Force soldiers, they see how strong they truly are. Vegeta comments, these guys weren't strong to begin with, but everyone, even the weaker parts of the group, they're fighting with relative ease, taking on multiple soldiers without even trying. But he tells them to not get too ahead of themselves. There's still stronger people lurking about, especially Frieza himself. As the group plows through the entire army, Frieza eventually does get word of it. But they've already made significant progress. Zarbon and Midoriya are dead, and the Ginyu Force has been called in, but they're not even here yet. All the strong fighters are gone, so that means Frieza himself has to step in. He doesn't really want to get his hands dirty, but he's angered. So maybe it would be better to do so. They should die by his hand. It would make him pretty happy. But who exactly is attacking him? As Frieza steps out, he sees. And he can immediately tell. This is definitely Vegeta's doing. He sees Vegeta at the front of the group with two other people that look like aliens. One of whom looks like a Saiyan, and one looks like a Cerulean. That makes no sense though. He thought all the Saiyans were dead, same with the Ceruleans. But no. Ah well, he doesn't mind having to finish the job here and now. Especially because they're giving him a reason to. Granola's acting smart here, and immediately he wants to go in for the kill with Frieza. Vegeta commented that he might be stronger than he puts on, and that makes the group worried. They know Frieza's powerful, but if this isn't the extent of his power, Granolah thinks it would be best to stop him before he gets a chance to transform or whatever. Without even saying anything, he lunges in towards Frieza, attacking him. And Frieza's shocked. This guy's strong. And Granolah, of course, is making use of vital points too. He tries to stun Frieza, and right away, he's able to make some progress. Frieza's there, helpless to fight back. He's being hit in vital points, basically paralyzing him mid-fight. Granolah then sticks a finger out, ready for the kill. But right in the nick of time, there's a distraction. 5 space pods land nearby, and for a split second, Granolah looks away. Frieza's barely able to move, but he taps a foot on the ground, launching himself backwards. What the hell is this guy's power? Had the Ginyu Force not gotten here in time, he would have been killed, something that he didn't even think would be possible. And this just pisses Granolah off. They got in the way of his opportunity. The Ginyu Force jumps in, and before they even have a chance to pose, Granolah shoots 5 well-placed sniper shots, killing each of the Ginyu Force in one hit. Goku's amazed at how fast he's working. He knew this was a big thing for Granolah, but he could tell, from his actions alone, it's way bigger for Granolah than he ever thought, and Vegeta could see it too. They have the same bloodlust. Granolah's has been suppressed, but now that he knows the true enemy, it's been unleashed. And Goku's a bit concerned. He hoped this doesn't get to his head. They've dealt with this before. He knows Granola's a good person, but he's never really seen the side of him, not for a while at least. But this has always been a part of him, and the one way to get rid of it is to get rid of Frieza. but much to their surprise, this gives Frieza enough time to start transforming. He begins powering up. And Granola tries to jump in and attack, but Frieza whips him away with his tail, mid-transformation actually. He doesn't go to his second or third form, he jumps right to his final form. He could tell these guys mean business, and this guy, this Cerealian, he might be a little bit too powerful. At least for his first, second, and maybe even third form. He's not too sure, maybe his third form or second form would be enough, but he doesn't want to try it out. He wants to be sure that this guy will die. And he comments on it. He commends them. They almost had him, but it's too little too late now. Thanks to the Ginyu Force, even if they only just accomplished dying, they saved Frieza. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. And he tells them, he doesn't care how strong their group is, what weird techniques that Cerealian's using, or how strong Goku and Vegeta are. It won't be enough now. This final form, this is his true power. But Vegeta is just as confident. He tells Frieza, he has something that he might be interested in. Oh? What does he mean by that? Vegeta says he hasn't seen the full extent of their power either, specifically his. He starts powering up, with his power increasing tenfold. And Frieza's actually a bit taken aback by this. Vegeta chuckles, telling Frieza that he's done it. He's ascended his limits and become a Super Saiyan. A Super Saiyan? At first, the words kind of terrify Frieza. And Vegeta has physically changed, so maybe he's not bluffing. But if this is what a Super Saiyan is, Frieza's not really that impressed. This is what he was scared of the whole time? I mean, yeah, it's impressive, but the Saiyans have always had ways of improving their power. That grade 8 form, it lets them get 10 times stronger. And as Frieza looks at his scouter, he could see, Vegeta's 10 times stronger. He laughs, it's just a glorified grade 8 form. But Vegeta continues powering up. He's learned to suppress his ki more and more, and Frieza's scouter explodes. The rest of the group follows suit, powering up as well. Maybe Frieza should take them a little bit more seriously. I mean, that one guy almost killed him. He didn't even get their names, but he doesn't care. He only knows Vegeta. And these randoms, he has no attachment to them. Although that means it won't be as satisfying to kill them. Besides that Cerealian, he does want to make him pay for what he just did right now. Goku and Granola go into Kaioken. Their multiplier with Kaioken is higher than what Vegeta has with Wrathful, although Wrathful is much more reliable for Vegeta. He grows stronger throughout the fight, not to the extent of Broly, but still he grows stronger. And unlike Kaioken, it's not going to literally tear his body apart to use it. Especially because Vegeta already had perfect control in Grade 8 as I mentioned beforehand, which would probably translate into this form. But that doesn't mean you should ignore Kaioken either, it's still a 20 times boost, and that's just as it is now. And the humans are pretty strong too, but they have no way to increase their power like this. Although, they can't rely on their techniques. Ten and Krillin stand on the front line together, with each of them performing a solar flare. This actually does catch Frieza off guard. He's blinded, and immediately he's attacked. He doesn't know how to react because he can't see anything right now. These parlor tricks, they annoy him. He has to wait for the blindness to wear off. But this is the perfect opening. Everyone attacks him at once. Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, and Granola's attacks specifically do hurt Frieza. Individually, it's not much, but together, it is a lot. And now Frieza's really pissed. He powers up, creating a shockwave that sends everyone flying back. His vision slowly gets restored. And first, he focuses on Vegeta. This is his doing. So he tries to fight Vegeta alone. And Vegeta comes to see, his power, even with Wrathful, is not enough to face Frieza as he is right now. And Frieza's not actually holding back anymore. He's buffed up considerably. They angered him to the point where he pulled out his 100% power. Normally he wouldn't have done this, but with their tactics, it made Frieza so mad that he decided he wants to kill them in the most brutal way possible, and the only way to do that is to use his full power. Once again, he does commend them, saying that no one's ever forced him to go to this level, let alone his final form. But if they truly want to see how terrifying he is, he'll be glad to show them. Unfortunately for him, he already is a bit injured thanks to Granola. He landed some pretty critical hits, and transforming doesn't just heal that immediately. That's still going to translate over no matter how strong he is. But his strength is still more than enough. With one single punch, he knocks Vegeta completely unconscious. He's driven deep into the ground, with a massive crater forming, and everyone unsure of what actually happened to him. Thankfully, they can still sense his ki. He's alive, but he's gone unconscious and detransformed. With one attack, Frieza defeated him. This is going to be bad, really bad. Something that hits Frieza in the back of his head. It feels like nothing though. He turns around, and he sees Yamcha's Spirit Ball. What, is this his ultimate attack? Frieza actually laughs at this. But Yamcha smirks. Just another distraction. Ten and Krillin step in once again, doing another solar flare. Frieza shrieks. He fell for it. Blinded again, this leaves another opening. But this time as they rush in, Frieza's actually quick enough to grab someone. Goku's able to kick him. But Frieza grabs his leg just before it stops making contact with him. He can't see who he grabbed, but he doesn't care. He tells the group he'll make an example out of whoever this is. Whatever his vision clears, he'll be glad to see the face of whoever this is dying. He slams Goku into the ground, repeatedly actually. The others try to attack Frieza again, but he just uses Goku as a weapon, swinging Goku at them and continuously slamming him into the ground. Goku powers up with Kaioken even more, but he can't escape Frieza's grasp. Quickly, he tries to charge a Kamehameha, launching it point blank at Frieza, but he just tanks it completely. Gohan is enraged beyond belief. He jumps in too, trying to attack Frieza. He gets a small rage boost in power, but even that doesn't seem to be enough. And Frieza grabs onto him too. His vision continues coming back. And now he can vaguely see. In front of him is the Cerealian, once again with the finger aimed at Frieza, launching a blast as quick as possible. Frieza's vision comes back, but then it disappears in one of his eyes. He feels an immense stinging pain. Granola shot one of his eyes out. It's brutal, but effective. They're not going to be able to land solar flares again. There's no way Frieza's going to fall for that. But this is a more permanent solution. Of course, this only serves to anger Frieza even more. And he tosses both Goku and Gohan aside, launching towards Granola himself. Granola's barely able to jump out of the way with Kaioken. But even with that, his speed doesn't match Frieza's. Frieza's decided he's gonna kill this guy first. He's been the most annoying of anyone here. And next will be those Earthlings that kept blinding him. Goku's on the ground nearby. He looks over to Gohan. He's injured. Thankfully he's okay, but still. Frieza mercilessly beat on him. And he looks over too to Granola, watching his brother being beaten. And Frieza is still being merciless just like he was with them. If this keeps up, Granola's gonna die. There's no way he could do this. Even if Goku did step in, he's hurt. He can't use Kaioken too effectively anymore. But he feels something strange inside of him, and anger bubbling up. Seeing his loved ones hurt, his son and his brother, and knowing the fact that they're backed into a corner. He watches on hopeless. He can't do anything to help Granola. Granola's always been there to protect Goku, but Goku can't even do the same for him. He's angered beyond belief. Frieza's about to land a finishing blow on Granola. And at the last second, Granola powers up. Frieza looks at his face and sees something change. One of his eyes was red before, but now 2 of them are red. Quickly, Granola sticks fingers in front of him, launching repeated machine gun blasts at Frieza's face. Frieza throws his hands up, trying to protect against it, and Granola keeps launching these attacks. They hurt more now, and he also aims at Frieza's vital points. But just as Granola awakens, someone else does too. A massive power surges nearby. A brilliant golden light fills the area. Slowly, Vegeta starts to climb out of his crater, now having regained consciousness, and the first thing he sees there, well, it's the real Super Saiyan. Goku's standing there with golden hair. The first thing he does is pick up Gohan, bringing him to the humans. He tells them to watch Gohan for now. He's gonna help Granola. They have no idea of what happened, but they agree with Goku. He looks terrifying. Frieza turns around, and as he does, he's continuously hit in the back by Granola's blasts. Goku transforming distracted him, and Goku's confused too. Granola's evolved as well. Granola's continued attacks knock Frieza towards Goku, and it feels like time slows down for Frieza. As he gets closer to Goku, he makes eye contact. Those eyes, that hair. With one attack, one powerful punch aimed downwards, Frieza is driven right into the ground below. He looks up weakly. Standing above him is a Super Saiyan, and Granola walks over too, with 2 red eyes looking down at Frieza. And the brothers look at each other, not even saying anything, but they share a smile. Both of them have evolved, and they're glad that they could do this together. Now, Granola's power boost isn't as significant as Super Saiyan, but he also powers up into Kaioken on top of him. And the 2 brothers decide, just like Granola wanted to do before, they're gonna finish this off as quickly as possible. Once again, it's time for their signature move, Turtle School Skeet Shooting. Goku grabs Frieza's tail, spinning him around with immense speed and then flinging him up high into the atmosphere. As he's thrown up into the sky, a shockwave is created from him going so fast, and the rest of the group can't even keep up with it. And within an instant, it's over. Both Goku and Granola are moving so fast. They just see blurs of golden and red light, followed by a massive explosion. And the 2 brothers land back on the ground, calmly. They power down, looking at each other and then at the group. They smile, giving a thumbs up. They defeated Frieza, together. This is where we'll end up for now. So, what did you guys think about this part? What do you think's gonna happen next time? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like, and let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon to be notified about any future uploads on my channel, including more parts of this series or any other videos like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.